From those epic battles in a galaxy far, far away to alien attacks on the 4th of July, we've all seen those fantastic sci-fi laser weapons. But did you know that real laser weapons are currently under development for various militaries around the world? Get ready to check out 8 insane future military laser weapons. With heavy competition among major weapons contractors to develop laser weapons for the military, innovations in this field are leaping forward. These lasers have moved beyond the laboratory phase to evaluation in simulated combat. In 2013, the US Army tested Boeing's HEL-MD, or High Energy Laser Mobile Demonstrator. This vehicle-mounted system successfully demonstrated its effectiveness on the battlefield by taking down mortar rounds and unmanned aerial vehicles in mid-flight. By mounting the laser on multiple vehicles, this weapon can be used to defend an entire battalion of troops. Even in dense fog, which tends to scatter a laser's light energy, the HEL-MD has performed extremely well. When a mortar or UAV is launched against friendly forces, the HEL-MD uses an enhanced multi-mode radar system to gain a precise aiming point within seconds. After a beam director pinpoints a very specific spot, the laser is fired. Traveling at the speed of light, the laser actually burns into the target, causing catastrophic damage and stopping its progress. Though an explosion isn't typical, if the laser hits an explosive component, it will detonate. Over time, the 10 kilowatt HEL-MD laser can be made even more powerful for destroying larger targets. With the success of the high-energy laser mobile demonstrator, Boeing has also been developing a smaller, lighter version, the Compact Laser System, also known as Silent Strike. Essentially a smaller, less powerful version of the HEL-MD. The system fits into 4 suitcase-sized containers and deploys on a tripod. At 2 kilowatts, the system's compact size enables faster interior motors for tracking and targeting hostile objects. Contained within the cases are a water-cooled chiller, battery power supply, fiber laser, and a totally redesigned beam director. Because the upgraded beam director is so much lighter than its predecessor, Boeing was able to shed about 40% off the weight of the entire system. Yet like its larger cousin, Silent Strike only requires a single operator. Recently tested in California, the system demonstrated its deadly accuracy by targeting and destroying a tethered unmanned aerial vehicle from a significant but undisclosed distance. By making these weapons more portable, in the near future, soldiers will have new defensive capabilities on the battlefield. Watch as this shipborne laser weapon sets this unmanned drone ablaze. This is the XN-1 LAWS Directed Energy Weapon. During field testing in 2014 aboard the US Navy ship the USS Ponce, the LAWS system not only took out this UAV but also successfully engaged a small unmanned patrol boat. With tracking and firing conducted from a control room aboard the ship, this 30 kilowatt laser can engage enemy targets at light speed from tactically significant distances. Though the US Navy won't define what they mean by tactically significant, most experts believe it refers to the ability to fire the LAWS while still out of the range of enemy fire. One of the LAWS' most insane aspects is that while firing missiles, it can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars each, while one firing of the LAWS laser costs about $1 to $2. Now that's totally insane. After LAWS' successful test aboard the USS Ponce, the Navy is considering it as a part of the Ponce's approved weaponry. Recently, National Defense Magazine and others have reported that the LAWS power will soon be increased to a staggering 150 kilowatts. Enemies beware. Since airplanes first gained the ability to attack ground forces, mounting an effective defense has always been challenging, and at times impossible. Yet with ongoing technological development in directed energy systems, practical effective use of lasers against incoming airborne targets is fast becoming a reality. And not just in the USA. German company Rheinmetall is helping to lead the way with its own high-energy laser. Strangely enough, most traditional air defense systems have gaps that allow LSS, or low, slow, and small targets such as copter drones and model aircraft to penetrate the defended airspace. Rheinmetall's HEL system is capable of eliminating these threats as well as those posed by rapidly moving targets. Using surveillance and fire control radar, the system can focus the beams of several lasers on one specific target, destroying it in the air. In October 2013, Rheinmetall's Hell system was displayed before an international audience, destroying 9 out of 10 mortar-fired steel spheres in flight at a mind-boggling distance of 1,100 meters. The lasers can also be used to dazzle the cameras of suspected LSS targets. If dazzling fails to stop the target, the system can immediately destroy it. In the 2013 demonstration, Rheinmetall's Hell system first dazzled and subsequently destroyed a copter drone. Now being tested on mobile vehicles, the future is bright for Rheinmetall's laser warriors. German company MBDA, makers of a variety of offensive and defensive military weapon systems, has announced the development of a high-intensity laser effector. Intended mostly as an air defense weapon against hostile forces and terrorist threats, the 40 to 120 kilowatt laser will be able to lock on to targets either at close range or at distances of up to 2,000 meters away. The prototype, which has already been successfully tested against UAVs, is hoped to be scaled up for large moving air targets or made compact for smaller threats. Its highly dynamic 360-degree beam guidance system and scalability of power levels could make MBDA's laser effector useful on mobile platforms, permanent installations, and even at sea. Hoping its lasers can become dependable against small targets like UAVs by the end of the decade, the company intends to eventually scale up the laser to a staggering 400 kilowatts. At those levels, MBDA's laser effectors will be able to handle most any incoming ordnance. Moving from destroying mortars and drones, Lockheed Martin is developing systems to take down larger prey with its Atom and Athena high-energy laser systems. Based on their scalable Aladdin laser, these systems precisely control a magnified laser on a 360-degree turret that can fire unlimited shots at enemy targets. The Atom, or Area Defense Anti-Munitions, is designed to engage small rockets, small boats, and unmanned aerial vehicles. Able to track targets at a range of more than 5 kilometers and destroy targets at a range of up to 2 kilometers. This deadly 10-kilowatt laser was recently tested against small military-grade boats. Within 30 seconds, Atom burned through the hulls of these craft with ease. In a test against a small tethered rocket, Atom engaged and destroyed the rocket from a distance of 1.6 kilometers. Atom also took out a free-flying rocket traveling 300 feet per second from 1.5 kilometers, proving its worth in real-life situations. The Athena laser has shown its effectiveness against drone attacks and ground vehicles. With power soon to be deployed in the 60-kilowatt range, Lockheed Martin's lasers will soon be defending U.S. forces in the air, on land, and at sea. For our next item, we're stepping up to some serious firepower. So intense you may not be aware it was even actually attempted. In this video, a short-range missile is being fired upon and destroyed by a high-powered laser mounted on a modified Boeing 747 while in flight. This is the Airborne Laser YAL-1, reportedly a high-power megawatt-class chemical oxygen iodine laser. Outfitted with precision pointing and atmospheric correction technology, this weapon of the future was actually built and was proven capable of knocking a ballistic missile out of the sky. To accommodate the laser, the 747 underwent modification to its nose section, followed by integration with the laser at Edwards Air Force Base in California. Before engaging the actual missile in flight, the system was exhaustively successfully tested in flight against a simulated missile carried aboard a separate aircraft. The YAL-1 uses a low-power track illuminator laser to locate an aim point for the weapons-grade laser. After compensating for atmospheric distortion, the laser is fired, and the target destroyed. Though the YAL-1's exorbitant cost and relatively short range resulted in the cancellation of the project, further advances in laser technology could eventually revive this insanely futuristic weapon system. In the realm of science fiction, humanity had to wait a few centuries for development of weapons like Star Trek's phaser rifle. But in reality, the US Department of Defense has already built one. This is the Phaser, a non-lethal rifle designed to temporarily blind or dazzle opposing troops. Phaser was developed by the Air Force Research Laboratory Directed Energy Directorate in New Mexico, where 2 working prototypes were produced. The Phaser was the first portable, non-lethal deterrent weapon developed for protecting troops and controlling hostile crowds. This 2-wavelength laser system proved to be too powerful at close range without doing permanent eye damage, and was possibly ineffective at longer distances. Though more research is needed, we've seen a real laser gun at last. Move over, Captain Picard. Which of these laser weapons impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments section below. Be sure to hit that like button and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our insane videos. See you soon.